Welcome back to the NFL Pick 6 Show, Week 10. Can't believe it's already Week 10. I feel like football has only been going on for like a week or two. And here we are, we're way more than halfway into the season.
Yeah, I know. It's like we start to get halfway and I already start to be like, it's almost over.
Trade deadline is done. Couple of moves, Deontay Johnson to the Ravens. That happened last week though. Marshawn Lattimore to the Commanders. That's a huge move. They needed someone in their secondary. Now they got him.
Yeah, they're shaping up to be quite the dangerous team in that division.
Yeah, they are for sure. And Mingo went to the Cowboys. Not a big move, but one that did happen. But one of the biggest ones is that one edge rusher, I forgot his name, from Cleveland went to Detroit. That's so big. I think they're going to have a very good defense now. Because that's what they were missing. They were missing that other guy to complement Aiden Hutchinson, who's not playing currently, but when he's back, they're going to be a very dangerous duo.
Yeah, a lot of big moves this week.
Yeah.
Well, you went 4-1 last week.
I did.
Show went 3-1-1. We got lucky with the Circa putting the Titans game at 3 instead of 3.5, so that was nice. We got the tie on that. And I went 3-1-1 with different games, but still the same record.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
All right, you want to get right into it?
Let's do it.
All right, so for my first pick, I'm taking a Thursday night game. Well, the Thursday night game.
I am on this game as well.
Baltimore minus, just kidding. Cincinnati plus 6.5 at Baltimore. I think this is a very do or die situation for Cincinnati. They need to win games, especially within the division. Because I think if they can win games and they can beat out they can beat people within their division, that they can kind of end up at like that 2 or 3 spot, but still make the playoffs off of wins against people because they beat like Baltimore once or twice. They need to get the wins against people in their division to move on, I feel like. And this is a big game for them.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's too many points for a divisional game. And
I agree. You know me with that.
Yeah, and I think the Bengals' offense is really starting to click. And the Ravens' pass defense is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So this matches up to obviously a high-scoring game. I think the total's at 53 already.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's crazy for a Thursday night too.
Yeah, so I like that. Getting 6 points in this kind of game, if it ends up in a shootout, I love everything about that. I think it's going to finish at 6 because I've got my line at +6.
Okay.
I think Circa's going to probably at 6, but 6.5, 6, same for me.
Yeah.
I'm totally in love
with
it.
I'm at the exact same spot. All right.
All right, so that was my first pick, even though you just gave yours. So I will go with me. I have Minnesota -4 at Jacksonville. I pretty much feel like I could just bet against Jacksonville every week and feel good about it.
Yeah. I was about to say I'm right there with you. I can't lie.
Yeah. And Minnesota, they're a great team. I just don't see why this is 4. I'd have it more.
Yeah, I think Minnesota needs to get back on that hot streak again. I told you that I feel like they're going to have a dip.
Yep.
I definitely think this is a game where
It's a get-right game for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I think they really need this one just to build that confidence back. Just go out there and blow them out. I like the game. It's not on my board, but I'm definitely not against it because I would definitely lean that way, and it was one of the picks that I left off my board.
Okay.
Because I wanted to throw another one out there. Right when I saw it, I kind of felt, because I know you've been on Minnesota a lot this year.
I have been on Minnesota a lot.
I kind of had a feeling that you were going to put them on there, so I wanted to throw a different one on to see what you thought about it.
Okay.
All right. For my next pick, I have the Bills -4 at the Colts. I think this is a game that the Bills can just go out there and just whoop them, And he came up close. They came up short, but they were close against Minnesota.
Yeah, and I love this pick. The Bills, I actually left it off my board, but I've already bet it this week.
Okay.
So I actually bet it at 5, and it's dropped down to 4, and that's actually, I think it's hovering around, it's bouncing back between 3.5 and 4 right now. So I'm not understanding what I'm missing in this.
Yeah,
I don't know if there was an injury or something that I didn't see, but I love the Bills in this game, so I'm not going to fight you too hard.
Yeah, I really just think that this is where the Colts are going to kind of slip. This is it for them.
Yeah, and there's a lot of turmoil going on.
Yeah, I know.
Colts,
I was about to say they're just not right. Their team morale is at like an all-time low. I feel like. And
I think we're getting a weird spread here because I think people expected them to perform better against the Dolphins, and I was all over the Dolphins last week.
Yeah.
I loved them covering that 6, which they ended up doing. I think people expected them to blow the Dolphins out, and I think maybe we're getting a less of a line because of that. So that's kind of good because I think the Dolphins are better at this point than people are giving them credit for because they're thinking of the last 6 weeks. So
yeah, I was about to say I do think that the Bills should be like a -7 spread in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm surprised at it.
Now I don't know, Amari Cooper's playing this week. I know he didn't play last week, but
something's going on. I'm gonna have to dig into it a little bit deeper because the spread did move 1.5 points, and I don't think that's off of Fields this early in the week.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look at it, but I'm not gonna fight you too hard on this pick because I was this close to having it on my board, and I've already bet.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So next for me, I got the Niners on the road. This is my 3rd road team in a row. I hate it when I do this. -5.5 at Tampa Bay. The reason I like this game is one, you've got Tampa Bay coming off of really a lot of hard games, but especially heartbreaker against the Chiefs, which I was happy with the result.
8-0.
Yeah, but you've got that. You've got San Francisco coming off of a bye, starting to get healthy and really needing to make a statement. So I just see this as a statement game. I think San Francisco is going to go in there and whoop up on them.
All right.
They also can stop the run. So,
man, I don't know about this one. I honestly, so my board, I have the Bucks +5.5.
Okay.
At home.
That's okay. I mean, if we're on different sides, I don't mind that Bills bet. So I don't.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. But I put that on there not knowing McCaffrey was playing.
Yeah.
I went and checked. He is projected to play. I'm still not against the Bucks, but I wasn't gonna give that pick out, but I had it on my board because I wanted to tell you how I felt about it. I have another pick. I don't think you're gonna like it, but because I know I'm going against a team that you do like. So, but I put it on.
I'm willing to bet against anybody. We took the Bucks against the Chiefs,
and that worked out perfectly.
And it worked out perfectly. We knew that the Chiefs were going to win that game, but we didn't think they were going to cover the 9.
And this is exactly.
So I'm never against that.
I'm thinking the same exact thing with the Niners. I see it being like 21-24. That's what I think the score is going to be.
I could definitely see this being a close game. I also can see this being a statement game for the Niners. I think their division is performing better than people thought, and all of a sudden nobody's talking about the Niners winning that division anymore. And I think they're going to come out and drop a 40 number on the Bucks. It's going to be like a 40-20 kind of game, in my opinion.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you my next pick. I got the Cardinals -1 at home against the Jets.
I am on this as well.
I think the Cardinals need this win after seeing how good everyone's playing, and they need to pick up some consistency. I think the Cardinals are a very good team. They are probably the most inconsistent team in the NFL.
They are. It's like, who's going to show up?
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they look like, oh, we're the best team, or oh, we are so unbelievably atrocious.
Yeah.
And I think the Jets are going to be riding a little high, like, oh my gosh, we got to win.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers looked decent.
Yeah.
You know, Garrett Wilson lit it up. Devontae Adams lit it up. Everyone played great. Oh, dang, we're going to get blown out.
Yeah, you know, I actually almost jumped all over the over in this game, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? The whole handicap we've had against the Jets is how bad their offense is, and I was like, don't get tricked into last week's game, because I almost was like, oh, Arizona Jets.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking about, I was like, oh, they played so good. Let me take the Jets +1. But then I was like, no, they're still the Jets.
I agree with you. I don't think they've solved their problems.
And I'm gonna put this out there. We have to remember that was a Thursday night game. I feel like every team plays differently on Thursday night. Bad teams play great teams play bad. Same with Monday night. I think if it was a Sunday game, it would have been a lot different. And I know that sounds weird, but
no, there's a little something to it.
But when I watch games on Thursday and Monday night, it could be the best team versus the worst team. I just don't know, because I feel like the games are they're just so different.
Yeah, well, it also changes the rest for some people and all kinds.
No, exactly. They just throw me off. So that's why I'm always iffy about betting Thursday night games, but I like the Thursday night game this week.
And it's a big stage, so sometimes rookies perform different. Okay. I'm all over that too, so we agree on that one. My last pick, I'm going to ride Miami again. I like Miami plus 1.5 at the Rams. I know you're a big fan of the Rams and you're down on Miami, but I love this. It's a Sunday night game. I think Miami is back. They proved it last week by almost taking the Bills without the 6 points, and I think Miami destroys them.
One of my last picks on the board, I had the Rams -1 versus Miami. That was the game that I told you that I picked that you weren't going to like. God, I just hate Miami so much, and the Rams I think are playing great. Even without Puka Nacua, Demarcus Robinson stepped up, made the big time plays when he needed to. I think this is where the Rams, like I said, I told you, the Rams, once they're healthy, are going to pick up pace, and they are going to be with the Lions at the scariest team in the NFC. Not just the NFC, but the NFL.
But guess who else is getting healthy? That is Miami.
Okay, but you have to remember, do you know who Miami's quarterback is? Tua Tagovailoa. He's just so atrocious. How, with your squad, you have good defensive players, you have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Braxton Berrios, Odell, and then you have an elite running back room, yet your first round exits in the playoffs every single year. I am not buying Miami anymore. I am done with Miami. They worked wonders for us last year. They're not that team. I don't think they are going to be that team.
I think you're missing the value, though, which is what I saw last week against the Bills. I think people are judging them on the last 6 weeks, and they're back to healthy again. I think we're getting low on this. I think this should be.
I can't trust Tua.
I think they should be favored in this game.
I can't trust Tua because by now he might not know the difference between teal and yellow or teal and blue because his brain is it's scrambled eggs up there.
I'm just saying I think there's going to have to be a side bet. Maybe it's a Wingstop bet on this game because we are both so far on the opposite sides.
No, let's do it because I'm telling you, the Rams are going to pick up pace and they're going to go up from there, and this is a perfect game for them because look, Miami, they're decent. So they can beat a decent team and just go straight up from there. I'm telling you, I think this is a good one, but this isn't my last pick.
Okay.
I have one more. I have 6 on my board because.
How are we gonna keep track?
No. The Rams are my pick. Remember, I said I put the Bucs on there to tell you how I felt because I was gonna have that one.
So you're not counting them?
No, I'm not counting the Bucs.
Got it.
I have Atlanta -3 at New Orleans.
I do like this bet. It's jumped to 4 already today.
Oh, before the show I checked it was 3.5.
Yeah, it's up to 4. It's gone from 3 yesterday to 3.5 this morning.
Well, I still like
4.
it.
I'm just letting you know it's probably going to go at 4 or 4.5 in the Circa.
I think I'm still fine with that. I know it's divisional, but New Orleans is atrocious, and Atlanta, they're starting. I know I said I wasn't betting on them anymore because they did us wrong in the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
but Kirk Cousins is showing out. Kyle Pitts is back. No, he's not back. He was never there in the first place. But he's here now. Kyle Pitts is here. Drake London playing great. Bijan Robinson, Kirk Cousins, Atlanta.
Yeah, I like this. I saw it at first. I was going to get on it, and then everything in my head said, don't bet this game. This is a field goal game. They're going to win by 3. Every time Atlanta and New Orleans plays, this is going to be a 3-point game. I can see it being like
42-30.
I agree. I think it should be a destruction game. Something in me says this is going to end up 3 points, but that's the only reason I stayed off of it. When they play New Orleans, weird things happen.
Well, let's count the picks that we like.
Yeah, let's do it. So we're both on Cincinnati.
Yeah, then you said you like the Bills pick.
I will take the Bills pick.
Arizona, we said was good.
We both like Arizona.
I said Minnesota was good.
Okay.
So now we're down to Atlanta, and then the Miami Rams game, San Francisco Bucs game, and then did you have another team in there?
That's all mine, yeah.
Okay.
So we're too far apart on the Miami Rams game to touch that one. We're also on opposite sides with the San Francisco Tampa Bay one.
Atlanta?
What's that?
Does this mean Atlanta?
So I mean, I'll roll with you on Atlanta. I think it's a risky pick, but they also could go out and do really well.
I know. I just think like everyone was expecting this magic from Atlanta, and it didn't show up. But now we're seeing glimpses of it.
Oh yeah, no, I think they're great. I love betting on. I love betting on Atlanta. I think
I love
the Saints
Kirk
are terrible,
Cousins.
but
I love Kirk Cousins. He's great. He's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I want to see him do well. I like it. I root for Atlanta all the time. I want to see them do well, but they just make me mad when they lose because I like rooting for them.
Yeah.
So this just gives me another reason to root for Atlanta this week and root for Kirk Cousins.
All right. So we got Cincinnati +6, Cincinnati +6 at Baltimore.
Yep.
Minnesota -4 at Jacksonville. We've got Arizona at home -1 against the Jets.
Yep, and we got the Bills -4 at Indy, and we have Atlanta -3.5 or -4, wherever it goes off at New Orleans.
Awesome. Great.
I think that's a great card. And you want to give them a little parlay of the week?
Sure. What would you like?
Have you been doing good with our parlays?
I didn't check last week's. We must still hit it because
we had the Rams.
I hit every game, I bet.
And I was about to say, the only one I got wrong was the Colts game, and we didn't touch that one. So our parlay of the week hit last week for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to check the tapes because I did a 4-teamer and all 4 hit, and I always bet our picks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't quote me, but I think we had the Rams in there.
We did have the Rams in there.
And so they hit, and
in Minnesota.
No, we didn't do Minnesota. Remember, that was the one game because we were. I don't know, but I'm like 99.9% sure that it hit. So let's give them another one.
All right.
I think we put Cincinnati in there because
Well, we're both on it.
I think it's both of our favorite picks of the week.
Yep.
Cincinnati. All right. So I like that pick. We could do Minnesota. We can do the Bills.
I think we should do Arizona, Minnesota, and Cincinnati because we both agreed on all 3 of those, right?
I love it.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's do that. So we got Cincinnati +6.5 at Baltimore, Arizona -1 at home against the Jets, and Minnesota
-4 on the road against Jacksonville.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds good.
Yeah.
This is a good card this week.
I'm feeling good.
I feel like we're picking up pace. We did have that 2-3 week. 3-1-1, it's not terrible. It's better than 3-2. I'd rather have that.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you 3-1-1, I think it was 4-1 before that, and then a couple of 3-2s.
No, we went 4-1, 3-2, 3-2, 2-3, and then 3-1-1. That's like our past 5 weeks.
Yeah,
so we're doing good. And here's the thing though, our cards are looking good. I've had a couple 4-1 weeks.
Yep.
I think I might have even had a 5-0 week if I'm not mistaken.
I know you had an 0-5 week. I don't know if you had a 5-0 week.
Okay, that was in the beginning of the season. Well, I came
close.
Actually,
wait, no, didn't you go 5-0 last week?
No, I went.
Oh no, it was 4-1.
No, I went. I feel like I went 5-0.
I'll check it out.
It doesn't matter. Our cards are looking good. We just got to pick the right games.
Yeah,
we're always throwing in that one team that we're both like, and then boom.
The worst is when we both go 4-1 and they go 3-2 on the show.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I know, that makes me mad. But we're not going to do it this week. We're going to go 5-0 this week. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good about this one, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, feeling great. So, that's going to wrap up our show. Make sure to go follow our Instagram and make sure to like and subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Until next time.
Have fun burning your books.